if you're seeing this reading, we probably cross paths for a reason. I'm the Page of Pentacles. I don't believe there's such a thing as coincidences. So if we cross paths, there might be something you might need to hear. Only accounts are going to be listed above. If you were interested in a personal reading, I would not reach out first. You would have to reach out to me. Yeah, hopefully this will reach the people it's meant to. That's what I'm sending out into the universe with the intention of doing. But yeah, I feel like the new moon is significant for whatever reason here. And I feel like it's like that imagery of coming, it's like the dark side of the moon, if that makes any sense, where the moon goes from being bright to kind of back into their like shell, if you will, kind of hermit energy. I feel like that's significant here. But it's like, just because the moon isn't shining doesn't mean it's not still there or thriving. Does that kind of make sense? And I feel like that could be connected back to this reading, where the Empress was the first card. That's crazy that I was saying the Hermit. The Hermit was on the next card below that. So yeah, with the Empress, the 3 of the Major Arcana, and the Hermit, the 9th of the Major Arcana, I just feel like, and 33 was on the timer when I said that, so maybe 3s and 9s are significant. With the Empress here and the Hermit, I feel like there's this energy of, specifically, if you resonate more with, you don't even have to resonate more with Divine Feminine. If you are reconnecting with your Divine Feminine, then I feel like this is for you, because there's this energy of just kind of lying in wait almost. But it's not waiting for anything to come fix it or save it. It's just this lying in wait. It's that energy of attracting abundance, but not feeling the need to like show off your light, if that makes any sense. Like, you don't need that external validation to know that you shine. You're fine just all as on your own. You might have been doing a lot of like self-work with like the divine, like your inner Divine Feminine, because, you know, like I've said, we're all made up of Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine parts, so all of us have both. So maybe that resonates. The Emperor reversed and the Ace of Wands. I actually did a personal reading for somebody recently. Ace of Wands is also reversed, I'm sorry. I did personal reading with somebody recently where I was saying that whenever I get cards like this, I kind of think a little bit about like yin and yang, where it's like, you know how the symbols kind of like counteract each other? That's kind of the image I'm getting here, where it's like you're stepping more into this energy, 313 on the timer as I said that, you're stepping into this energy of being just okay with not having to constantly act. Like, you know that there will be a time and a place for your actions. Excuse me. There will be 33 again. There will be a time and place for your acting, but now is the time and a place for you to kind of just sit in your energy. It could also be kind of like the energy of day and night, where it's like sometimes the moon is like present and sometimes the sun is present, and sometimes it's like a little bit of both, like where they cross over. But I feel like right now this is a time of you really stepping into your Divine Feminine, potentially like reconnecting with your softer side, like maybe the arts, or you're getting a new pet or wanting to get a new pet, something like that, you know, the nurturing kind of thing. Maybe you're a plant person and you've decided to start investing more in like gardening. I don't know, I feel like that might be significant. But either way, all of this is coming forward to say that you're just really focused on yourself and inner work. And it's like this, like, not closed off energy, but super self-focused. You've accepted that you know that you're like, when it's time, that there will be a time and a place, like I've said with like the yin and the yang, there'll be a time and a place when that 4 of Wands will come in for you, where you know that there will be other people, like there will be your soul tribe, your soul partner, however that resonates, soul family, you know, so on and so forth. But that will come in when it's time to come in, and right now you're comfortable and you're confident alone. So why is this significant, Spirit? Why is this significant? Ooh, card fell out. The World. This is really just like, I'm really getting drawn to like the different people on the outside, kind of, where it's like she's in the middle and she's just really focused on her, she's in her own bubble, but it's not because she's not aware of outside the bubble. As you can see, she's looking outwards right here, but it's not because she's not aware of other people. She's just confident and safe in her own bubble. I'm also being drawn to the little wand she's holding, reminiscent of the Magician's wand. She's creating her own magic. She doesn't feel, it's like, it's just such a like lack of needing external validation. So what's the advice with this? Why are we getting this energy? Also, I have like this cool little ring. Makes me so, I love it so much. It's like, it's kind of got little evil eyes built into it. One of my favorite rings. Maybe that's significant. Maybe you've been resonating with, maybe you need an evil eye. Maybe you've been thinking about getting a lucky charm. This fell out while I was doing stuff earlier today. So with the Hanged Man, okay. But maybe you've been feeling the need to get more protection, or you've been feeling evil eyes on you, like with that World energy where there's like kind of surrounding, but okay, I feel like the wands and the wood and the Hangman are significant here. Page of Swords reversed, Eight of Wands upright, Hangman. Okay, so what I'm getting here is, it's like, this is your advice, I believe. The advice here is kind of just stay. You're exactly where you need to be. I feel like 12 is significant, and I'm getting the image of a clock at like midnight or noon. But it's just like this like firm, steadfast energy of just staying. You don't need to do anything. You've realized that you can't affect the growth. It's like it's out of your reach. Like whatever's happening in the background will unfold in the time and the place it's meant to. And you've realized that you can't necessarily, 22, not change your destiny, but you know that there are some things that just take, like if you're baking something, you can't make it bake faster. Like that's just the way it is. It's gonna take time. You're gonna need to like wait for that effort to be put in, like that, the yeast to rise. You can't make that go any faster. Do you want flatbread, or do you want that bread to be big and fluffy and soft? You can't force it. Do you want raw bread, or do you want it to be nice? You know what I mean? Anything else, Spirit? I'm needing more clarification here. Queen of Swords. Okay. I cut to this earlier and I didn't know how it resonated, so I just put it back. Yeah, you've been exercising this level of discernment where I feel like this is for somebody, yeah. You're very content where you're at. You're not in a lack mindset. You know what's going to be right for you is going to come into you, and you're confident and sure in that. You know that your energy, you know that you're in the place you're supposed to be. You're confident in your energy. And you've been using this discernment, and what I'm getting drawn to is the clouds in the background here. You're cutting through all this background noise and really just what's important to me, because these clouds are going to move around me, right? But I'm still standing. Like they're just particles in the air. I'm still here. What do I care about? Am I going to let these clouds affect me? Do I care enough like to make them affect me? Does that make sense? And you know, and you can sense probably, maybe this is also a resting period. I feel like that could be significant. I can sense that there's like, you know, probably that there's something coming in for you of some sort. New opportunity, new job, maybe you're going to travel somewhere, new person, 909. But with the Judgment and the Knight of Wands, you can tell that there's going to be a time for action. You just also know that time is not now. Any final words? And I just feel like this is really, somebody needs to hear something. Just be yourself. Do you want to be a shell of a person to people, or would you rather just be who you are? If people don't love you for you, they're not going to love, if they love a fake version of you, they don't love like that version of you. And somebody needs to hear to just be yourself, be your most authentic self. Because let them do and say what they want to do and say, you know who you are.